From Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is NEPSAC softball on LSP. Today, it's the Brooks Bishops visiting the Lawrence Academy Spartans in ISL action. Lawrence Academy entering play with a record of 5-3, 3-1 in the ISL, and Brooks entering play at 6-3 and 4-3 in the ISL. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Trying a little bit of a different camera angle today as we are not pinned behind home plate with the fence in the way. Celia Vanaco ready to step on the rubber and deliver the first pitch of the ball game, and it skips inside into the backstop for ball one. First batter of the game for Brooks is the left fielder Caroline Kukis, senior from North Andover, Mass. Lawrence Academy playing its last home game before a 5-game road trip, as it were. Obviously, they'll be coming back to Groton as this is skied into center field, and it will be caught by the center fielder Taylor Gerard for a quick out number one. And that is how we get things started here in the top of the first. So Kukis flies out to center, and now here is the left fielder Elizabeth Desimone. Desimone ahead in the count 1-0, and she comes up empty at that one, and it's 1-1. A swing and a miss again, and it is 1-2 to Desimone. Celia Vanaco, again, the starting pitcher for LA, the ace of the staff, and she catches the lower edge of the strike zone for strike three, her first strikeout of the game, a called strike three. 2 up, 2 down for Vanaco. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Jennifer Mills. Lawrence Academy, again, 5 straight road games after this, as that's fouled off for strike one, before their season finale at home against Tabor on Memorial Day weekend. The 0-1 is low for ball one, excuse me. Still getting my bearings here with the new setup. Vanaco wearing the face mask. The pitch is grounded past Vanaco, fielded by the shortstop Babineau, and then she botches it, so Mills will reach. Vanaco tried the bare hand. Tried the backhand rather, and then Babineau tried the bare hand, and now this is laced into left field, and this will drop in front of the left fielder Perry. So back-to-back 2-out hits give the Bishops first and second. So that single was by Carly Stefanini. And now this is into left field and foul by Vanaco's opposite number, Sarah Moeller. 0-1. Just avoiding danger there was Vanaco. The pitch. This is lined into center field, and this will be out of the reach of the center fielder Gerard. 1 run scores. Being waved around third is Stefanini, and it's a 2-run double for the Bishops, and they lead 2-0. So after 2 quick outs, 3 straight 2-out hits, and Brooks on the board first at 2-0. This is popped up into shallow right, and Juju Neely makes the catch for for the out that retires the side, but Brooks strikes first with 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 left. Half an inning in the books. Brooks 2, LA coming up. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. Here we go to the bottom of the first. Jamie Babineau, the shortstop, to lead things off. And Sarah Moeller, after helping her own cause, gets strike 1 against the LA leadoff hitter Babineau. And she laces this one into center field, but this will be caught on the run for out number 1. So Babineau is retired, and that brings up Celia Vanaco, who's looking for a little revenge. And Vanaco wants to run up at this one, but she takes strike 1. 0-1, Avery Badger, the catcher, on deck. That's low for ball 1 to even the count. Two and 1 the count to Vanaco on a very bright day, which is a stark contrast to what we've had most of the time we've been trying to broadcast softball this year. 2-2 the count, 68 degrees, and the sun beating down right in front of me as this is fouled off, and that'll keep the count at 2-2. LA in their last game drubbed by Governors 10-3. Full count now to Vanaco. Governors 1 game behind BB&N in the ISL standings as that sails high for ball 4, and Vanaco gets on base with a 1-out walk. So that'll bring up the catcher, Avery Badger. And she takes strike 1. Realize we're having trouble with the camera as Badger tries to bunt this one, but it's foul, and it's strike 2. Oh, and 2 the count to the LA catcher. She represents the tying run, and she takes low, ball 1. LA in the navy blue jerseys with white letters and numbers, red trim and white pants. Brooks in the white jerseys with black pants and green letters and numbers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. As that is strikeout number 1 for Moeller. And this first pitch is popped up and caught in foul ground by the first baseman Mills. Nothing comes out of the one-out walk after 1 complete. Brooks 2, LA nothing. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Top of the second, it'll be the bottom third of the order due up for the Bishops. Sydney Correa, Catherine Duane, and Mia LaPlante. Correa, the second baseman, will lead things off after 2 runs on 3 hits. Both those 2 runs coming on a 2-out double by Sarah Moeller, the pitcher for Brooks. This is driven deep to left field, but this will be caught by the left fielder, Perry. She's had an adventure out there already this game. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Vanaco, thankful for that. I realize we are still having issues with the camera, so I will get on that. First pitch is swung on and missed by Catherine Duane, the DP, for strike number 1. Comes up empty as well on that one, and it's 0-2. Vanaco got through the first 2 batters relatively easy as that runs inside 1 and 2 in the top of the first before allowing those 3 straight 2-out hits. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball up and away. And that is out number 2. Second strikeout for Vanaco, and that brings up the catcher, number 9 hitter, Mia LaPlante. LaPlante, senior from Framingham, Mass. She fouls this one off for strike 1. Ball 1, evens the count at 1. Low for ball 2, 2-1. Vanaco looking for an easy 1-2-3 inning. And she gets a swing and a miss at a high one to even the count at 2. could use it after that two-run first. Vanaco is the only base runner thus far for LA. She drew a one-out walk but was stranded there. Strike three called. 3 strikeouts already for Vanaco, and the side is retired 1-2-3. Still 2-0 Brooks after 1.5. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. NEPSAC softball on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with the newly renovated Stone Athletic Center. So we were in a rush to get started, and we didn't give you the full starting lineups. So here they are for Brooks. Caroline Kukas leading it off at short, followed by Elizabeth Desimone in left. Jennifer Mills at first, Carly Stefanini at third, Sarah Moeller in the circle, Jennifer Connolly in center, Sydney Correa at second, Catherine Duane the DP, and Mia LaPlante behind the plate. Sanders Haley is the flex player and the right fielder. For LA, Jamie Babineau leading it off in short, followed by Celia Vanaco in the circle, Avery Badger behind the plate, Caroline Pollock at third, Mia Gage at first, Taylor Gerard in center, Sarah Perry in left, Juju Neely at second, and Demetra Danas, the DP. The flex player is the right fielder, Ava Goldman. I'm going to disconnect the video for a second, folks, because we're having so many issues with it freezing. So we're going to go audio only for just a moment. First pitch is strike one to the first baseman, Mia Gage. So Gage strike one, strike two as she fouls off the next one. The 0-2 skips to the plate, and it is 1-2. A swing and a miss and a pitch up and in. And Gage goes down on strike swinging. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the second. That brings up the center fielder, Taylor Gerard. Gerard takes strike one. Hope you all enjoy the view of my hand. Again, we'll go audio only for now. High for ball one, as the pitch before that was a strike, so it's 1-2 to Gerard. High for ball two. Both these pitchers working very quickly. Want to get this game over with and enjoy the beautiful day. This is grounded to the left side, fielded by the shortstop onto first in time. 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Sarah Perry. Perry tries to butt her way on. Oh, and my mistake. Actually, they did give Gerard first base. I could have sworn she beat that. She was thrown out by a mile, but Gerard at first. Another bunt. This one goes foul, and Perry's behind 0-2. And she bunts this foul. Actually, she did swing at that. So still 0-2. Taken for strike three, called. Throw down to second will not be made as Gerard picks up a stolen base. Perry is down on strikes, third strikeout for the pitcher Moeller, and there's 2 down. First pitch to Juju Neely swung on and missed at a high one, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, blew the fastball by her, and it's 0-2. Neely lucky to duck. Neely swung at that? Wow, that pitch was above her head, and she swung defensively at it, and the side is retired. So 4 strikeouts, 3 in the inning for Moeller, and after 2 complete, Brooks 2, LA nothing. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Okay, hopefully this does the trick. Two runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left for Brooks. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left for LA as we go to the top of the third, and Caroline Kukas, the shortstop, to lead things off. She is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And she takes an off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Top third of the order due up, Kukas, Desimone, and Mills. As Kukas fouls this one off, and it's 0-2. 3 strikeouts in the game for Celia Vanaco. 4 strikeouts for Sarah Moeller, including 3 strikeouts just now in the bottom of the second. Outside, 1-2. This is skied into left field, and this will get down for the left fielder, Perry, for a base hit. Boy, they're wearing her out down there. Leadoff batter aboard for the Bishops. And once again, we are having issues with the camera. I apologize, folks. I think we're just going to go audio only for this one. As this is bunted to first, and nobody's covering first. And that'll be a bunt single for Elizabeth Desimone. So the first 2 are aboard here in the top of the third. That'll bring up Jennifer Mills, the first baseman. And she laces this one into center field, and that is off the fence. 1 run scores, and being held at second is Kukas. That nearly deflected off the wall and out for a home run. It just barely glanced off the wall and back into play, rebounding to the center fielder Gerard. So it is 3-0. And now here is Carly Stefanini, the third baseman. And Stefanini pops this one up on the infield, and it will be caught by the first baseman Gage for out number 1. So that'll bring up Sarah Moeller, who has the biggest hit of the game thus far, a 2-run double with 2 outs in the first. She's pitching phenomenally as well. And she lines this one. It's caught by the third baseman. And throw back to first. And back safely is Mills. Pollock speared that one at the hot corner. 2 down. And that'll bring up Jennifer Connolly, the center fielder. 3 hits in the inning, but only 1 run to show for it thus far, as that is low for ball 1. The first 3 batters reaching in the inning, but pop up to first and line out to third. Connolly ahead in the count 1-0. She popped up to second to end the first. And she grounds this one to the shortstop, Babineau, and she gets the force at third for the out that retires the side. So kind of a disappointing inning there for Brooks. They do extend their lead to 3-0, but they leave runners at first and second. After 2.5, Brooks 3, LA nothing. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. First pitch to Demetra Danis, the DP, is low for ball 1. As that's fouled off on a low one, and it's 1-1 to Danis, the DP. Danis, a freshman from Andover, Mass., pops this one foul towards the Brooks bench, and it's 1-2. Gage holds up, and that's low for ball 2 to even the count. Full count to Danis. Good at bat being put on here by the number 9 hitter for the Spartans. And she stays alive by fouling that one off. 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the third for Brooks. They lead 3-0 here. Full count, the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Strikeout number 5 already for Sarah Moeller. 1 up, 1 down for Jamie Babineau, who led off the bottom of the first with a fly out to center. High for ball 1 to Babineau. Just one senior on this Lawrence Academy team. She's actually out with an injury, Katie Jacobs. This was originally scheduled to be the last home game of the season for LA before all those games on the road that I mentioned. This would have been senior day, but senior day for just Jacobs. This is popped up, and it deflects off the glove of the first baseman, Mills. That'll be the first error of the game on Brooks, and a reprieve for Babineau, although she still trails in the count 1-2. She fouls this one off. Still in the count at 1-2. One, two again is high for ball two to even the count. So the first two batters of the inning have done a good job of working the count against Moeller, but they haven't gotten on base yet. This is popped foul, and that will get over the screen and out of play. Still 2-2. Two and two the count, and the pitch. Popped foul, and getting a second chance to redeem herself and making the basket catch running towards home plate is the first baseman, Mills, for out number 2. Two down, and that brings up the pitcher, Celia Vanaco. Drew a one-out walk her first time up, and she takes strike one. Strike two as she looked to run up to take a running swing at that like Ichiro, but no such luck. 0-2 to Vanaco. She pops this one foul over us and into the woods. Still 0-2 to Vanaco. The pitch just barely fouls it off. Fouls that one off again. Still 0-2. They're certainly making Moeller earn it this inning. And no pitch, says the umpire. I'm not sure what the what the reasoning was, but she takes a running swing at this one. It's into left field where it'll be caught by the shortstop, Kukis, for out number 3. So a 1-2-3, bottom of the third for the Spartans. After 3 complete, Brooks 3, LA nothing. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 3 left for Brooks. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left for LA as we go to the top of the 4th. And let's see if we can get some NEPSAC and MIAA scores for you right now. St. Sebastian's and Milton just underway in boys lacrosse. And it's certainly early enough that not a whole lot of games have gotten underway in the respective leagues. So we'll have another look between innings and see what we got. First pitch of the top of the fourth is inside for ball one to Sydney Correa. Correa flew out to left her first time up. She lines this one into center field, and it's a running catch by Taylor Gerard for out number one. So Correa with two outfield flyouts. One down, that brings up Catherine Duane, who struck out swinging her first time up. Look at a bunter way on, pops it up, and a one-handed catch by the pitcher Vanaco for out number two. So let's see if Mia LaPlante can make Vanaco work a little bit here with two outs on three pitches. In the top of the fourth, LaPlante struck out looking her first time up, and she swings at the first pitch and gets it into center field for a base hit. So didn't waste any time. Gets aboard with two out for the seventh Brooks hit. And that brings up Caroline Kukas, the shortstop, singled and scored her last time up. Flew out to center her first time up in the first, and then single and scored last time up in the third. And she grounds this one to the left side, fielded by the third baseman Pollock, and on to first with the stretch by Gage for the out that retires the side. After 3.5, we're halfway home. It is still Brooks 3, LA nothing. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Avon Old Farms in Brunswick just underway in boys lacrosse. Proctor and Kimball Union girls tennis currently in a tiebreaker match. And Phillips Andover leading their boys lacrosse game 3-1 after one quarter. So here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Fast-moving game through halfway through, just 38 minutes in. And here is Avery Badger, the catcher, the number 3 hitter. Look at a butter way on, and she dribbles it foul for strike one. Out of the reach of the catcher, LaPlante. Badger struck out swinging her first time up in the first. That's low for ball one to even the count. Two-run double by the Brooks pitcher, Sarah Moeller, is the difference in this game right now, as that is popped foul for strike two. LA's just managed 2 base runners, a one-out walk in the first and a one-out infield single in the second. That rolls to the plate, and it is 2-2. Heart of the order due up here for LA. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Badger, Pollock, and Gage. That's low for ball 3. I was mentioning earlier about how LA's a very young team laden with sophomores and freshmen and just 3 juniors and 1 senior. It's a much more... Sorry for the connection issues, folks, but we are back. Badger at third as this is dribbled down the first base line foul. A walk, a wild pitch, and a stolen base have Badger 90 feet away here with nobody out in a 1-2 count. 1-2, swing and a miss at a high one. And that is out number 1. That's strikeout number 6 for Moeller. And that brings up the first baseman, Mia Gage. Gage struck out swinging her first time up, and she swings at a high one for strike 1. 2 walks and 1 hit allowed thus far by Moeller. Swing and a miss, change up there, and it's 0-2. Taylor Gerard, who has the lone hit for LA, is on deck. Swing and a miss. Bullet by her, 2 down. Strikeout number 7 for Moeller. And here is Gerard trying to plate the first run of the game for the Spartans, as that is high for ball 1. Just 1 infield single, the hit total for LA, as that swung on and missed, 1-1. And the young woman at bat, Gerard, is responsible for it. Takes low, 2-1. Badger led off this inning with a tough at-bat leading to a walk, advanced to second on a wild pitch, stole third. This is popped foul and out of play, and the count will even at 2. Seven strikeouts for the freshman, Sarah Moeller from Andover, Mass. Looking to make it 8 here, and she won't do it there as it's popped foul over the screen and out of play. And Amaya Benzikin-McGill going out to fetch that foul ball, and don't want to get caught in don't want to get your uniform caught in any thorns back there. I don't know what is back there. Maybe some ticks. It's been raining so much, I wouldn't be surprised. The 2-2. Into center field, and this is off the base of the wall. Badger scores into second with a double is Taylor Gerard, and LA is on the board. It's 3-1. That was a towering fly ball. It just barely stayed in the park. Now the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Sarah Perry. She's behind 0-1. And now behind 0-2. Perry struck out looking her first time up. And she loops this one into shallow right. Oh, what a leaping catch by the second baseman, Correa. A web gem if ever there was one, and the side is retired. Spartans get on the board with a 2-out, 1-run double by Taylor Gerard, but they leave her at second after 4 complete. It is Brooks 3, LA 1. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. NEPSAC softball in LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with the newly renovated Stone Athletic Center. So, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 4 left for Brooks. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left for LA as we go to the top of the 5th. Brooks looking to hand LA their 2nd league loss. Johnny Gottlieb's here. How's it going, Johnny? Sure you need that sweater on this kind of day? Yeah, I was going to say. Going to need a thorough washing after today, huh? Two, 3, and 4 due up for Brooks here in the top of the 5th. Elizabeth Desimone to lead things off. She grounds this one to third. Backhanded stab by Pollock and gets the out. So one good defensive play deserves another as Pollock gets that one for the first out of the top of the 5th. And that is ball 1 to Jennifer Mills. 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run. And she grounds this one to the left side, cut off by Pollock. Throw to first in time. This game is turning into the Caroline Pollock show. 2 down. Zoom out so you can see Pollock's play a little better. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Carly Stefanini as she takes high and away ball 1. Stefanini scored what is thus far what would stand as the winning run right now after a single in the first. She's 1 for 2. This popped up down the first baseline and foul to even the count at 1. Stefanini 1 for 2. That's down and in, 2 and 1. 3 to 1 our score, 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the third for Brooks. Lone run for LA coming just now in the bottom of the 4th. 2 out double by Taylor Gerard. This is blooped to the shortstop, Babineau, for the out that retires the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Celia Vinaco after 4.5. Still Brooks 3, LA 1. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Eight, 9, and 1 due up for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 5th. Juju Neely, Demetra Danas, and Jamie Babineau. LA looking to claw away at this deficit. They were down 3-0 with 2 outs in the 4th before Taylor Gerard put them on the board with that RBI double. See what Juju Neely can do here leading off the bottom of the second. She struck out swinging to end the second. And that's a strike, 0-1. In there for strike two, 0-2. And Neely comes up empty at a high one, and that is strike three. She goes down on strikes for the second time. That is strikeout number 8 for Moeller. 1 up, 1 down for Demetra Danis, the DP. Danis struck out swinging her first time up, leading off the third. And she takes on the inside corner, strike 1. Swings at a high one, and it's 0-2. This rising fastball by Moeller has gotten a lot of swings and misses today. Off-speed pitch outside, 1-2. Strike 3 called. Danis couldn't pull the trigger, 2 down. She's down on strikes for the second time. And that'll bring up Jamie Babineau as the lineup turns over. Babineau flew out to center and popped up to first. Changeup drops in there for strike 1. Won't be an immaculate inning because of the ball, but Babineau now 1 strike away from striking out the side. Top of the 6th, it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for Brooks, Moeller, Connolly, and Correa. The 0-2, high for ball 1. She pops this one foul down the first base line and out of play. Remains 1-2. And she just barely gets a piece of this one at the dish. Way out in front of that changeup. But just did manage to stay alive. Babineau not going quietly here. But she swings and misses at a fastball for strike 3. And Moeller strikes out the side. 10 strikeouts for the freshman, Sarah Moeller. After 5 complete, still Brooks 3, LA 1. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Thayer and St. Mark's tied in girls lacrosse with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Brunswick leading Avon Old Farms 2-1 with 10 minutes to go in the first half in boys lacrosse. St. Sebastian's leading their boys lacrosse game against Milton 3-2. AMSA leading Assabet Valley. AMSA and Assabet Valley tied at 3 in boys lacrosse. That's after 1 quarter. And West Bridgewater softball leads Avon 13-2 in the fourth. So that might be over with pretty quickly. First pitch of the top of the sixth is lined and caught with a tumbling catch, reaching over her head. Sarah Perry. I was saying how they'd been wearing her out there with all those balls hit to left field. One pitch, one out. We've seen some fantastic defensive plays from both sides today. So Moeller is retired. She's now 1 for 3. And that brings up Jennifer Connolly, who popped up to second and grounded into a fielder's choice. And she is ahead 1-0. Connolly pops this one foul over the screen and out of play, 1-1. One run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left for LA. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 4 left for Brooks. That's in there for strike 2, 1-2. And a high one is popped up, and Neely makes the catch running in from the second base position for out number 2. So that'll bring up Sydney Correa. Correa has 2 flyouts, 1 to left, 1 to center. And she takes strike 1. In the bottom of the 6th, the Spartans will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up, Vanaco, Badger, and Pollock. This is fouled off, and it's 0-2 to the Brooks second baseman, Correa. This is popped up, and that'll land in front of the Brooks dugout. Vanaco and Badger gave it a look. They assumed it was going to go out of play, but then it stayed up a little longer than they might have had a beat on it, but eventually it lands. Still 0-2 to Correa. Upstairs, ball 1. Vanaco's retired 11 of the last 12. This is skied into left field, and Perry will make the catch for the out that retires the side. Much more routine play than the one Perry made at the beginning of this inning. After 5.5, Brooks 3, LA 1. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So the bottom of the 6th, LA needing to get some runs together. They've only managed 2 hits and a couple of walks off Sarah Moeller. And Celia Vanaco takes strike 1. 0 for 1 with a walk. And time is called before the pitch. High for ball 1. Vanaco trying to get that running swing going. High for ball 2. The high fastball has been what's gotten a lot of swings and misses, as that's fouled off for strike 2 for Moeller, but Vanaco doing a good job laying those off here in this at-bat, even in the count 2-2. And she pops this one foul. She fouls this one off again. Teresa Ryan throwing in some fresh balls for the home plate umpire. She takes a running chop at this one, bloops it down the third base line, but it is foul, and it remains 2-2. Takes another running chop at this one and fouls that one off down to the third baseline again. Vanaco really battling here. Vanaco's done a good job laying off those high fastballs, but I wonder if she'll try it again. This is popped up. And it drops. Vanaco gets an infield single. And that brings the tying run to the plate. Just dropped in no man's land between all the infielders. Here is Avery Badger. Walked and scored, gets a bunt down, throw down to first in time. The sacrifice is successful. The sacrifice goes 1-4, as it was the second baseman Correa covering. So 1 down, runner in scoring position for the cleanup hitter Caroline Pollock. Pollock 0 for 2. Thinking about bunting, the pitch is wide, and the throw down to third is not in time, as taking third is Vanaco. And this is chopped down the first base line. It's a fair ball. They'll tag out Pollock, but coming in to score is Vanaco. And that makes it 3-2. 2 down, bases empty. That's the ultimate game of small ball there. And that is strike 1 to Mia Gage, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Infield single, sack bunt, stolen base, squeeze. 1-2. In the top of the 7th, the Bishops will have Dwayne, LaPlante, and Kukas due up. As this is a little blooper, out of the reach of the pitcher. Moeller on to first, not in time. Another bloop infield single for the Spartans. That puts the tying run at first and brings the go-ahead run to the plate for Taylor Gerard. And Gerard takes strike one. Gerard doubled home Badger with the first Spartan run 2 innings ago. She pops this one foul, and it's 0-2. Gage at first. Changeup gets away from the catcher LaPlante, and up to second goes Gage. So that puts the tying run in scoring position. Just barely fouled off by Gerard. Gerard just barely missed a home runner last time. That skips to the plate. No advance by Gage. 2-2 the count. Boy, it looked like it was just going to be Moeller breezing through the rest of the game, but here is the tying run in scoring position, the go-ahead run at the plate, and Gerard fouls off another one. And it's been a 2 infield singles, a sack bunt, a stolen base, a squeeze, a passed ball. The 2-2, high for ball 3. With Sarah Perry on deck. Gerard 2 for 2 with a single and a double. And the pitch, low for ball 4. So now that puts the go-ahead run on base. First and second, 2 out. Gerard reaches base for the 3rd time in 3 plate appearances. And here is Sarah Perry, who's played phenomenal defense, looking to make an offensive impact as she takes strike one. She struck out looking in the 2nd and popped up to second in the 4th, but that is a swing and a miss, and she's behind 0-2. How big would it be if Moeller can get out of this still with the lead intact? This is chop foul at the dish. 0-2 the count with Gage at second and Gerard at first. 1 run home, tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. A swing and a foul. That's barely staying alive. Is Perry. Perry takes strike 3 called, and the tying run stranded at second. The go-ahead run stranded at first. Another big strikeout for Moeller. 11 Ks in 6 innings for the freshman Sarah Moeller. We go to the top of the 7th. It is Brooks 3, LA 2. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. North Andover girls lacrosse leading Tewksbury 1-0. West Bridgewater and Avon baseball tied at 4 in the third. Dexter and Deerfield just underway in baseball. Foxborough boys lacrosse leading their game 6-0 in the third. North Andover and Drake at softball tied at 0 after 1. So here we go to the top of the 7th. Brooks looking for some insurance, but Catherine Duane swings and misses for strike 1. That skips at the plate. One and one the count to Duane. It's Duane, LaPlante, and Kukas due up here. Duane 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a pop-up to the pitcher, and she fouls this one off for strike 2. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 4 left for Brooks. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 5 left for LA. A swing and a miss. Duane down strikes for the second time. Just the 4th strikeout for Vanaco. And here is Mia LaPlante. And LaPlante grounds this one to the left side through for a base hit. So that's the second hit from the number 9 hitter, LaPlante. That puts an important insurance run on the bases. And that'll bring up Caroline Kukas, the shortstop. Singled and scored in the third. That sandwich between a fly out to center and a ground out to third. She lines this one into left field through for a base hit. So on back-to-back pitches, back-to-back singles for Brooks. And the Bishops are in business here. That brings up Elizabeth Desimone. Singled in the second for her only hit thus far. And she takes strike 1. Fouls that one off, and it's 0-2. LaPlante at second, Kukas at first. Desimone, the left fielder, with an 0-2 count. Takes a high one, skips to the backstop, and up to second and third go Kukas and LaPlante. Not the ideal time for a wild pitch there for Vanaco. 1-2, that puts 2 runs in scoring position. And this is grounded to short. Babineau looks the runner back. They got the out at first, the throw to the plate. It's a double play. The double play goes 6-3-2. LaPlante tried to take off as soon as Babineau let the throw go. And LA still alive here. They need 1 to tie, 2 to win. After 6.5, Brooks 3, LA 2. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. NEPSAC softball on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with the newly renovated Stone Athletic Center. So that's 2 more hits and 1 more runner left on base. For Brooks. This went through a stretch in which Vanaco retired 12 of 13. 13 of 14, I should say. For allowing those back-to-back singles by LaPlante and Kukis, but then the 6-3-2 double play. I don't know, you had your number 3 hitter, Jennifer Mills, who's 2 for 3 with a run scored on deck. But LA just needs 1 to tie and 2 to win, and they will send the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to the plate, Neely, Danas, and Babineau, against Sarah Moeller, who is struck out 11 through 6 innings and also has a 2-run double. Neely will lead things off, as I mentioned, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both swinging. Think about bunting her way on. She offers at it. And it is strike 1. Just waiting to see the official call if she did in fact offer at it or if she pulled back. Pops up the bunt attempt and it drops in fair territory. Or no, the home plate umpire says that's an out? Or is that a foul ball? No, it's a foul ball. It's a foul ball. So 0-2. It's kind of a delayed call by the home plate umpire. They ruled that the Brooks fielders touched it in foul territory. So 0-2 the count to Neely, and she swings and misses. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And that'll bring up Demetra Danas. Danas 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts herself, 1 swinging, 1 looking. Chops this one foul towards the Brooks bench for strike 1. The mindset here is that the LA batters have to be in is that you are the tying runs. Just do anything you can to get on base. Neely nearly did just that. But unfortunately, her ball was foul. That's low, 1-1. That also skips to the plate. I don't know if maybe Moeller is running out of gas, but it's 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Danis has to do whatever she can to get on base. She fouls this one off. Hide away, ball 3. Payoff pitch to Danas, lined into center field and down for a base hit. Danas now 1 for 3, tying run at first. Great at bat by Demetra Danas, the number 9 hitter. And that brings the winning run to the plate in the person of Jamie Babineau, who wants to erase her 0 for 3. She's flown out to center, popped up to first, and struck out swinging. In there for strike 1. Danis bluffed off of first. Pitch is high. Babineau looked to turn square that and bunt, but she wisely pulled back as it sailed over her head, and then Danis nearly got caught off of first base. This is into center field, and this is down for a base hit. Being waved around third is Danis. The throw to the plate. She's safe. We're tied. And standing at third with the winning run is Jamie Babineau. That's a way to erase your offer. That was nearly hit out. Another deep drive to center field. That'll bring up Celia Vanaco, who has done a fantastic job in the circle after falling behind 3-0 early. What a win this would be for LA to keep pace in the ISL standings with just one ISL loss. Celia Vanaco, 1 for 2 with a walk, a single and a run scored. 0-1 the count. Winning run, standing at third. Popped up, foul, and this will get out of play. 0-2. Avery Badger on deck. Fouled off, just barely. We are tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. LA was down 3-0 with 2 outs in the 4th. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 13 for Sarah Moeller. And now it's up to Avery Badger to be the hero. Badger 0 for 1. And they got the out at first as they tried to catch Brooks napping. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 7th. The winning run left stranded at third. We go to extras. Tried to squeeze her home. After 7, 3-3 between Brooks and LA. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. I don't know if you folks can see it very well out there, but we've got a turtle out there beyond left field laying eggs. Not something you see every day at a softball game, but you know, the town of Groton has this thing where we've got a lot of, especially at the athletic fields at Lawrence Academy and at Groton Dunstable High, you know, we have a lot of, it's a lot of swampland, so you have a lot of species that you have to protect, like Groton Dunstable High, as the first pitch is fouled off for strike one. Groton Dunstable High, they can't water their baseball and soccer field because there's a very rare and very endangered species of salamander that lives by the field. Three and one the count as we have this rule with a runner in scoring position to start extra innings. Jennifer Mills at the plate. Ball four. That's ball four, right? No, they strike 3-2. This is popped up. Neely makes the catch at second for out number one. Mills is retired. She is now 2 for 4, and that brings up Carly Stefanini. This sets up really nicely for Brooks. They have the heart of the order due up here. And now time is going to be called as the Brooks coaching staff having a word with both Stefanini and Desimone, the runner on third. One out. Stefanini 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. And she drills this one into left center field, and this will be caught by the center fielder Gerard, and in to score the go-ahead run is Desimone. So 2 down. And this is grounded down the third baseline, fielded by Pollock. She's played phenomenal defense all game at third base. The side is retired. Brooks takes the lead on the sacrifice fly by Carly Stefanini as Muller is retired. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, and it is closing time for Brooks. LA needs 1 to tie, 2 to win. This is NEPSAC softball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. LA will have the middle third of the order due up here. Caroline Pollock, Mia Gage, and Taylor Gerard. And Avery Badger donning the helmet to get into scoring position to begin the bottom of the 8th. Lawrence Academy boys lacrosse leading Brooks 6-5. Thayer leading St. Mark's in baseball 1-0 after 2. St. Mary's Lynn softball leading Bishop Fenwick 2-0 after 1. So Badger will take second base. And here is Caroline Pollock. Bottom of the 8th. Mueller still in the circle. Gets the bunt down. It's a good one. Throw to first. In time, the sack bunt goes 1-4. One down, tying run at third. And that is low for ball 1 to Mia Gage. Singled home a run as she drills this one to center field. That's down for a base hit. We are tied at 4. I was going to say Gage singled. Yes, singled in the 6th. Didn't single home a run then, but she does now. We are tied at 4. Still nobody out, and this is popped foul by Taylor Gerard for strike 1. Tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Gerard takes up and away ball 1. 1-1, 1 out, 1 run home, 1 runner on first. Gerard has reached base all 3 times, single, double, and a walk. Takes high, skips away to the backstop, and up to second with the winning run goes Mia Gage. Taken for strike 2 to even the count. Runner at second, representing the winning run. This is drilled to left, and that is off the wall! And scoring is Mia Gage. She got a late start, waiting to see if the left fielder, Desimone, would make the catch. She didn't, and it was going to be a close play at the plate, but it's an RBI double for Taylor Gerard. Mia Gage scores the winning run, and LA defeats Brooks by the score of 5-4. Our player of the game, we got to give it to Taylor Gerard. 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs, including the game-winning RBI here in the bottom of the 8th. And with the win, with the loss rather, Brooks falls to 6-4 and 4-4 in ISL play. With the win, LA improves to 6-3 and 4-1 in ISL play. They are 2 games back in the win column behind Govs and 1 game back in the win column behind Tabor, keeping pace with BB&N, who's undefeated, going into play today. What a game. What a comeback by LA, down 3-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. They were being shut down all game by Sarah Moeller, but they persevered. And let's also give a shout-out, really, to Celia Vanaco, who after giving up the 3rd run in the top of the 3rd, then proceeded to retire 13 of the next 14 batters. And her defense played phenomenally behind her, including a couple big plays by Pollock and Perry. So with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. NEPSAC Softball and LSP has been brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information of their programs. And be sure to tour their beautiful campus with the newly renovated Stone Athletic Center. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is the Lawrence Academy Spartans 5 and the Brooks Bishops 4. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.